Hello, welcome to lesson 7 of Dani's GWTP course. Now we are going to talk about events. Events are used for communication between presenters of any kind, and it's all about code decoupling. If you have many presenters shown at your screen to your user and you want them to communicate between themselves, without using events, you would have to keep all kinds of references between them, and each would have to understand how to call the other one and how the other one works and at what time I should call him. So your code gets really messy, and writing any piece of code is really hard because you have to think about so many things. And say you have a list of presenter widgets on your screen, and a pop-up needs to send some information to one of them. And then you have to use something like a hash map because you need to access the right reference for the right presenter widget. With events, you can do all that really easily. The presenter that fires the event doesn't have to know who will be handling it. Everything is connected through the event bus interface, and that's a GWTP feature, and it's awesome. So let's see it working. Let's start with creating an event. Well, what I want to do here is have our header presenter saying that usually the user is happy. So I'll have a label here, y field happy label, text welcome happy user. And I'll pass the field along. To the presenter. And what I want to happen here is if the user rates a page saying that he didn't like the page, then the user is not happy anymore. So I need an event that says that the user is not happy anymore. So how do we create an event? In our client package here, I'll click the GWTP menu and choose the event option. We have to give it a name ending with event. So user not happy event. Here you can add all kinds of event fields. If you need to pass some attributes or some variables along with the events, you can add them here. I don't. So let's finish our event. And the GWTP Eclipse plugin already created the user not happy event for us. How do we fire an event? It's really simple. Let's go to the hate page presenter, and if the user clicks the no button, we are adding a pop-up slot. And what we want to do is fire the event. So we create the event user not happy event equals new user not happy. So we have the event object. Oh, okay. Let's give it another name. We will need access to that final event bus here, and the way I'm doing it, I will create a private attribute here, a private variable, and set its value at the constructor, and just say event bus.fire event user not happy event. So everything that we have to know right now is how to fire the event. It it doesn't matter who is catching, who is handling the event, what they are doing with it, how they are using it, at what time, at what point in their code. It doesn't matter. It's as simple as instantiating the event and calling fire event. So it makes creating the page presenter code much simpler. That's the decoupling part. How do we handle an event? How do we catch the event? How do we listen to the event? So let's go back to the header presenter. Here I'll declare user not happy handler. Let's call it not happy handler. So this is like custom events on GWT everywhere, and here I want to call the get field dot get happy label dot set text to nothing, to blank. But we still have to bind that handler to that event. How do we do that? Well, here I'll get the event bus another way, so I'll call get event bus. You can do that on the presenter itself. Dot add handler. Then you get user not happy event dot get type to say what event you are listening to, and you add the handler here. Okay, but there's one more thing. We have to unbind the event when the event listener, the handler, when the header presenter is not being used anymore, when the header presenter is not on the screen anymore. How do we do that? I don't know if you notice it, but the add handler event returns a handler registration object, and we could save that handler registration and use it to unlisten, unhandle the event. But GWTP gives a helper function here. It's called register handler. So every time you start listening to an event, you should do it on the onBind method, and you should do it inside a register handler method. Let's see it working. So here is the welcome happy user label, and if I click no, it should go away. No. Well, I have the pop-up here. You can see that the label is null now. It's empty now. So it worked. And the big thing here to notice is that that presenter doesn't even know that that label exists. So that is the great decoupling thing that GWTP have, and that can really make your code simpler. Again, you don't have to raise your head every time to ask where this will connect with everything else, so it gets you more productive. And when you are writing the header presenter, you just have to handle the event. That was lesson 8. I'm sorry, that was lesson 7. Let's go to lesson 8 now.